Hare Krishna, everyone. How are you all doing?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Good.
Hare Krishna. Nice to see you all. Okay, so we will continue with our Ramayan. Actually, today we will not be doing Bhagavad Gita just because we missed last time. We weren't able to discuss the whole story, and also because we want to be done with Ramayana as soon as we can so we can move on to other topics. So, if everyone can turn on your videos so we can see each other, that would be really nice. Okay. All right. So, we'll get started. I'll share the screen here. Everybody's able to see my screen, correct? Okay, that's good. All right. We'll start with opening prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, all right, so we will get started. We'll do a recap. Uh, sorry, we have a little friend here who's crying. Okay. We will do a quick recap of the previous session where we stopped. So, okay. So basically, we stopped in two sessions ago about Ravana. Ravana's death. Lord Ram finally kills Ravan, and all his wives, headed by Mandodari, were grieving. They were very, very sad, and and then they were, crying. They were difficult to appease. So then Lord Ram asked Vibhishan to cremate Ravana, and Vibhishan actually says that such a sinful person, I cannot cremate him. Then Lord Rams actually tells Vibhishan that with death, actually all the hostilities that we had with each other, all the hostilities that were there, have ended. So please cremate your brother Ravan. So he cremates the king of Lanka, the deceased king of Lanka, the dead king of Lanka, in a very respectful way, and with that the whole city was settled down a little bit. And then Ram, he put down his bow and arrow, and he looked towards his chariot. His chariot was given to him by Indra, and the chariot driver was Matali. And he told the chariot driver Matali that thank you so much for your help during the most crucial time of the war. And now I request you to return to your duties with Indra. And then he told Lakshman to make arrangements for the coronation of Vibhishan, to establish him as the new king of Lanka, because it's not good for any kingdom to be without a king for a very long time. So he requested Lakshman to prepare for the coronation of Vibhishan for Lanka, and he also requested Hanuman to give a message to Mother Sita in the Ashok Vatika, in the forest. Okay, yeah, in the garden, in Ravana's garden, um, and deliver the news that Ravana is dead and that Lord Ram has won the war and that she should make arrangements to come and see him. So Hanuman, he went and he met Mother Sita in Ashokvatika. He gave her the good news, and Sita was overjoyed. She was so happy to hear about um, the news that Hanuman shared, that that Lord Ram has finally killed um, Ravan, and when that happened, actually, Hanuman mentioned to Mother Sita that I'm going to kill all these Rakshasis. They troubled you so much. They don't deserve to live anymore. So Mother Sita actually shared a story, a very nice story with Hanuman. The story is about a man who was passing through the forest. And when this man was passing through the forest, he saw there was a tiger who was very hungry. A ferocious tiger came and he wanted to eat the man. And he saw a tree nearby, this man, and he climbed up the tree. And when he climbed up on the branch of the tree, he saw that there was a very ferocious bear in the tree. So he became very scared that there is a bear on top of the tree and there is a lion in the down below the tree, and he became very scared. But the bear was so nice to him. He said that don't be afraid of me, you can stay here till the tiger goes away. And he gave shelter to the man. He gave a place, a safe place for this man to be. So the tiger who was below, he began to talk with the bear and the man, and he said that actually I don't want to harm. I just wanted to fill my belly. I'm just very hungry. And he suggested to the man that just push down the bear. And the man, unfortunately, he was very ungrateful. So he pushed the bear down, and this bear fell. He thankfully held a branch, so, but as he was falling, so he didn't actually get to the tiger. He was able to save himself, and the man knew that now my time is up. I pushed this bear who was very nice to me, and this tiger also is there now, and this bear is now able to protect himself. He's able to save himself by holding on a branch. So, but what the bear said to him, the man was very, very surprised. The bear said that just because this man has become ungrateful, that does not mean that I should give up my magnanimity, which means that he should not mistreat his guest. The bear was so noble that he still treated the man as his guest who was sitting on top of the tree. So Sita said to Hanuman that we should learn from this bear. This bear, even though the man was very ungrateful to him, but he still showed such nobleness. He still showed such kindness to the man, right? So we should learn this from the bear, and we can see that how Mother Sita was basically telling Hanuman that great people, they prefer to immediately forget the pain that other people have given to them, and they want to remember forever the good things, the kindness that they have extended to them. So, this is what is the mindset of great people, of grateful people. And if we are grateful, where our heart becomes very ripe to receive devotion to the Lord. And if we are ungrateful, we always remain hard-hearted. So, so this is what Mother was saying. So Mother Sita was telling Hanuman. So she also told Hanuman that reaping evil with evil is also evil. Does anyone understand what that means? Anybody wants to share what it means? Reaping evil with evil is also evil? Okay, I see Ansh's hand is up. Yes, Ansh.
For example, if someone is like, if you're at war with someone and they attacked you first, or not like that, but for example, if someone is like hurting you or attacking you or something, then
And if you're evil to them,
yeah, then if you're
that's
evil to
also evil.
yeah,
Yes.
then if you're evil to them, then that's evil.
Yes, correct. So actually, it doesn't apply everywhere because, in the story of Mahabharat, we can see that the Kauravas were very evil to Arjuna's, the the Pandavas, the sons of Pandu. So in that case, actually, Krishna was telling Arjuna to fight, right? He didn't tell Arjuna to not fight because protection of dharma was the key over there. The idea was protecting dharma. But in general, if somebody is very mean to us, we should have a very forgiving heart. In general, we should not be raging war because not every misunderstanding you know, is a fight to uphold dharma, right? So we should not be raging war at every misunderstanding. We should be very forgiving, right? So in the case of Arjuna, in the case of Pandavas and the Kauravas, we know the Kauravas will come. If anybody is familiar with the story of Mahabharata, we know that the Kauravas were very, very mean to the Pandavas, mean in the sense that they tried to kill them many times. And they were doing it simply, they were ruling the kingdom simply out of greed and not for the welfare of the people. So, such aggressors, just like Ravana, right? He was an aggressor. He was an aggressor not only to, his own people were his own, the other Rakshasas were his own, what do you call the subjects in his kingdom, but but he was actually very tyrannical to all the demigods. Everybody in the universe was afraid of Ravana. So such aggressors need to be killed, and that's what Lord Ram did. But in general, she was asking to forgive the Rakshasis because they were simply following the orders of their master Ravan. And now, with the death of Ravan, all hostilities have are dead as well. So no, at this point, they were no longer enemies of each other. And also, forgiveness is the greatest virtue of a human being. So when the Rakshasis they actually heard Mother Sita say all this, they actually fell at her feet and they were in tears. They said they threw themselves at the feet of Sita, and even though they all treated her horribly, but still she still treated the Rakshasis with love and respect and with kindness. So, at the human level, one is always seeking revenge, but at the divine level, one is always ready to offer forgiveness. So, especially as we are aspiring, to identify with our divine selves, with our connection to God, to Krishna, we should always be very ready, very immediate, and ready to forgive others. Okay? Of course, if something happens, we should always discuss with an adult. We should always discuss if there's something that you're not able to forgive somebody for something, you should always discuss with someone you love and trust. Okay? All right. So Mother Sita then said all this, and Hanuman he went back and relayed this message back to Lord Ram, and and then Lord Ram he said, without much delay, go to Ashok Vatika. He told Vibhishan, go to Ashok Vatika and arrange for Sita to take a bath, be dressed in royal attire, in nice ornaments and silk cloth, and bring her to me. So, but when Lord Ram was saying that, his tone was very stern. He sounded very strict, and there was no love in his voice. And everybody noticed that. But they still proceeded and they did what Lord Ram had ordered. So Vibhishan went and he took the finest garments and ornaments for Sita, and she dressed up. She actually didn't want to dress up, but then when she heard that it is what Lord Ram wants her to do, she immediately dressed up, and she came in a palanquin, okay, in a carrier. Basically, she was carried in a palanquin. Has anyone seen what a palanquin looks like? Do you want to share what is palanquin, Nandini?
It's like a carriage that it's like a carriage, but sometimes people carry it on their shoulders.
Yeah, like a carriage without wheels, right? It's carried by men on their shoulders. So that's how they brought, in the olden days, they used to have palanquins, and they carried Mother Sita in a palanquin and brought her in front of Lord Ram. So when as she was coming, all the monkey soldiers, the Vanaras, they became very excited and they wanted to see, who is this Sita, who is this wonderful woman, that they fought this whole war for. And actually, as they were jostling around, they were very eager, and they were coming close, all of them in a big crowd, to see who is Mother Sita. And Vibhishan tried to stop them, just to create some, to just to tone down the chaos. And Lord Ram actually said, he said that, don't uh, don't don't do that, because we have to be sensitive to them. Now that the task is accomplished, Ravana is killed, Sita is safe, and there's nothing wrong in their eagerness to see a chaste woman. So their excitement to see Mother Sita is compared to a child's eagerness to see their mother. So all these monkeys who are very excited to see Sita was is compared to a child's eagerness to see their mother. So Sita, she was escorted off the palanquin, and she's very shy, and she had been waiting for the last 11 months. So since Hanuman had met her, or not since Hanuman, since she was kidnapped, and and now she would finally be reunited with her husband, Lord Ram. And but then something disturbed her. The look on Lord Ram's face was really disturbing to Sita. Um, he had a very stern expression, and he would not even look at her directly. And she was wondering, why would he do that? Why would Lord Ram be so stern? And everybody was surprised. Everybody noticed, and they were shocked. Hanuman noted it. Sugriva saw it, and Lakshman saw it, and all the Vanaras noticed. Vibhishan noticed that, and in fact, Lakshman had seen Lord Ram cry in separation for Mother Sita many times. So he was very shocked as far as why he was doing that. And then finally, Ram, he broke the silence with some very harsh words actually. And he said that I have done what I needed to do to avenge the insult uh, to my dynasty, to the Ikshvaku dynasty, which is kidnapping of Mother Sita by Ravan. That was the insult to his dynasty. Now I leave it to you to decide the course of action. You are free to choose what path you want. After being away for 11 months in a strange land, you may have undergone many experiences that may have forced you to reconsider your future. And Sita, she was so far very happy and peaceful. She became so shocked. She started crying. And she actually also became angry. Her temper increased when she heard her husband's angry words, and she told Lord Ram, "How dare you speak to me like that? Even not even for a moment, with my body, mind, and words, did I think about anything else except for about being with you." And she said, "I'm not an ordinary woman. I'm the daughter of King Janak, and my birth is not ordinary." Anybody remembers how Mother Sita was born? Okay, let's see who has not shared so far. Okay, Dhruv.
So for this, what happened was that Mother Sita, Janak Maharaj was once plowing the fields, and then he found Mother Sita in the fields. She was born from Bhumi there.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so she was born from the earth, right? That's why she has many wonderful names actually that mean that she was born from the earth. One of the names is Avani. Avani means earth or ground, and she's known as Avani Tanaya. So she's the daughter of earth. So she's not born in an ordinary way. She appeared to King Janak to be her daughter. So, so therefore, she was very pure of character, and she said that, and she was, and she said that she got so angry. She told Lord Ram that, "Why did you wage this big war to come and save me? If you have trouble accepting me." And why did you forsake the lives? So many monkey soldiers have died in order to save me. Why did you go through all this? So, if you had planned to reject me, why didn't you just send the message through Hanuman instead of sending a message through Hanuman saying that I'm coming to save you? You could have just said that I want to reject you and I would have ended my life. And she turned to Lakshman and she told Lakshman immediately, set up a funeral pyre. So set up, some wood and light fire to it. And I'm going to end my life. That's what Mother Sita said because she was so sad. She was so sad that her husband was rejecting her. And then what happened was Lakshman, he looked at his brother, Lord Ram, and Ram looked away. And everybody was very scared of Lord Ram at the time. And Lord Ram had no option, but he created this a pile of wood, and he put, he set it on fire. And then Mother Sita, she actually circumambulated. She went around Lord Ram 3 times, and and she prayed to Agni Dev, who is the god of fire, the demigod of fire. She prayed to Agni Dev and she said that, "O Agni Dev, you know that if I am pure in my words, mind, and body, um, please accept me." So the flames, she simply walked into the flames, and everybody was standing there. They were shocked. They were shocked that Ram did not stop her, and she was consumed by the fire. And when that happened, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma appeared. And those two, these two important demigods, they appeared. And they were in a lot of pain. And actually, and everybody was wondering at the time that how is it that Lord Ram is so cruel and hard-hearted that he allowed his wife to enter the fire. So Lord Brahma um, came and he explained, he introduced who Lord Ram really was. So, Lord Ram, he said that actually, O Ram, you are none other than Lord Narayan himself. You are an incarnation of Lord Vishnu who incarnated in this world to kill the miscreants. So, do you remember that Bhagavad Gita verse that you learnt where Krishna says why he appears on this planet? To deliver the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish the principles of religion for three reasons. The Lord appears in this world, and that's exactly what Lord Ram also came for. He came to have loving exchanges with his devotees like Bharat, like Dasharath, like all the monkey soldiers, and and Shabri and so many other people that he met, and Hanuman, right? And he came to annihilate the miscreants. Who were the miscreants? Who is the demon in the story? Okay, let's see. Yes, Nitya.
The demon in the story is Ravana.
Yes. Thank you. So yeah, he came to kill the demons and he came to re-establish the principles of religion. So he ruled the kingdom of Ayodhya. After he killed Ravan, he went back and he ruled the kingdom of Ayodhya for 11,000 years on the principles of religion. So all how to rule a kingdom, everything is described in the Vedas. How to live peacefully with nature. Right now our entire world, there's so much going on, right? Pollution and so many things that are so eco unfriendly, right? So much plastic, so much violence, so much animal killing. So many things are going on that are actually against the principles of religion, and that's why there is no peace in this world. So, Lord Ram, he showed an example of by living how the scriptures have taught us, how the scriptures have explained a king should live and rule his kingdom. And there was so much peace, so much prosperity. There were unlimited fruits, vegetables when he was ruling. There was no shortage of anything. So, so this is what basically Lord Brahma said that actually you are Lord Vishnu himself, and you have come to this world to kill, to deliver the pious, to annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish the principles of religion. And Mother Sita, she's none other than Mahalakshmi. She's none other than the goddess of fortune, and therefore both of you can never be separated. And he said, it is time for you to wind up your pastimes and return to the spiritual world. So, right after Lord Brahma said that, a huge ball of flame came out of the funeral pyre. So, you see this picture in front of us? A huge ball came out of the funeral pyre, and from that ball of fire descended, it opened up, and two personalities came out of this ball of fire. One was Mother Sita, And second was the fire god, Agni Dev. Do you see him in the picture? The fire god, he's right here. So the fire god, Agni Dev, and Mother Sita came out of the fire, the fireball, and Sita looked more beautiful than ever. And she actually, the fire god said that Mother Sita is actually purity personified, and that nothing can, make her impure. And he told Lord Ram that not even for a moment did she deviate from the path of Lord Ram in in her body, mind, and words. And then the fire god requested Lord Ram to give up his harsh speech and cold demeanor and to accept Sita. And now, when Lord Ram was looking at Sita, he was actually in tears and he was very happy. And his Sita had finally come, and he was very happy. And he said that I know that Sita can never, even for a moment, forget me. Just like I cannot think of a single moment when I don't remember her. So Lord Ram was also always remembering Sita, and he said, "We are inseparable as sun and sunshine. Without her, I do not exist, and without me, she does not exist." However, this fire ordeal, so we had to have this situation happen because there will be it's important that in the time to come we have to shut the people who will be criticizing Mother Sita for having gone with Ravana. We have to shut them down forever. So that's why it was important for this fire situation to happen. And he said that I know very well that Sita is Bhumi Sutta. So Bhumi means Mother Earth, and Sutta means daughter. So she's the daughter, the child of Mother Earth, and nothing in this material world can harm her or contaminate her. So, actually, I mentioned this last time also, but actually, this Sita is also a very special story behind this. Is the Sita? This is mentioned in not in Valmiki Ramayan. This is mentioned in Kurma Puran. That when Lord Ram, so this is when they were in Panchavati. And just before the golden deer, before Lord Ram went to chase the golden deer, what had happened was they knew actually, but this is not mentioned in Valmiki Ramayan to not interrupt the flow of the story. It's mentioned in a different book called Kurma Puran that that when Lord Ram actually had gone, taken Mother Sita inside their cottage, and that's when he had invoked Agni Dev because they knew this was about to happen. They knew Ravan was about to kidnap Sita. So he called Agni Dev and he told him to take the real Sita with him, and he told and Agni Dev and told him to keep her under his protection until he kills Ravan. And that's when the fire god Agni Dev takes the real Sita and he gives him a false Sita or an illusion Sita or Maya Sita comes from Agni Dev. And actually, this Maya Sita is Vedavati in her previous lifetime. Anybody knows the story of Vedavati? Okay, few of us know, yes. So Vedavati, in her previous lifetime, she had meditated for many, many thousands of years to have Lord Vishnu as her husband. And actually, what happened was Ravan, he came and he um, touched her. And Vedavati was so angry because Ravan had contaminated the body she wanted to offer to her Lord Vishnu, that that he she cursed Ravan that in the next life I will be the cause of your death. So that's why Maya Sita comes out. So this is actually none other than Vedavati. And for a brief period of time, for these 11 months, she was able to not 11, yeah, no, for this brief period of time she was able to be the wife of Lord Ram, of Lord Vishnu. So basically she comes here, and now, and that's why Lord Ram, he's not able to look, or he was not able to accept Maya Sita, because he knew that this is not his real wife. So this everything was planned from before. So this funeral pyre was done, and when his actual Sita, when Agni Dev brought his actual Sita, his own wife, from the fire, that's when he knew that this is my real Sita. So, and then he accepted her. But this is not mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana, because the flow of the Ramayana would be otherwise interrupted. So, so finally he accepted Sita, and after that, Dasharath appeared. So Dasharath was in the heavens, and he appeared in the sky. He appeared from, he came in a celestial plane, and he actually gave blessings to Lord Ram, and he congratulated him for achieving and accomplishing his task. And actually, the day Ravana was killed, and Sita was returned back to him, this was the last day of his exile, the 14-day exile period. This was the last day. So Dashrath came, he gave blessings, and he was also very much very sad that he was not able to that his son had to undergo so much suffering for so many years. And and he wanted to meet his son so badly, but finally, when the 14-year exile period was done, Dashrath said, he was very ashamed. He felt like he was the culprit behind all this, but he was not able to express it to Ram directly during the time of exile, because Keikei was there between Dashrath and Ram. But finally, he was able to do that now. So he also, Lord Ram, he also asked Dashrath for one thing, was to forgive Keikei for what she had done. And when he asked for that, Dashrath had tears in his eyes that his son, he underwent 14 years of exile, and he was crying so much that he underwent so many years of intense pain and suffering, but still he wanted to forgive Kaikai. So Dashrath, so he was wondering, how can anyone be so good like like him? Yeah, so actually Dashrath said, now please go back and he rule the kingdom of Ayodhya. And he said, yes, I will do that, only on one condition, that you forgive Kaikai. So that's when he agreed that he would go and rule Ayodhya. And then he thanked everyone, he bowed down, he thanked everyone, he thanked the monkeys, the Vanara armies, and
Mama!
and he thanked everybody. And that's when Dashrath went back. Okay, so now Lord Ram, he was on a timeline, because the reason is that because Bharat had said, he had asked Lord Ram to return from exile exactly on time, and if he were to delay even one day, Bharat said that I'm going to end my life. So Lord Ram remembered that, and he said that I have to go back. I have to go back and meet Bharat. So he was on a timeline now. So and he had to go all the way from Lanka. He never entered the city of Lanka because he respected the rules of exile, that he should not enter any city. He was always living outside the city of Lanka, but Lord Ram was in Lanka, and he had to go all the way back to Ayodhya. And this is very far. Ayodhya is in the north of India, and Lanka is below South India, right? In Sri Lanka area. So, so how will it be possible for Lord Ram to get back to Ayodhya on foot? He needs to get there really fast. So Vibhishan, actually he wanted Lord Ram to stay an extra day, but Vibhishan, he was begging Lord Ram to stay, but Lord Ram said that I still have a very big mission left to accomplish, which is even more critical than the killing of Ravan, is that I need to go meet my brother, otherwise, he's going to end his life. So, out of separation from Lord Ram. So, just like Sita had given a 30-day ultimatum to Lord Ram, similarly, Bharat had also given an ultimatum to Lord Ram that if you don't come, Sita had given a 30-day ultimatum. Bharat gave a 14-year ultimatum. So exactly the next day, he had to go and meet Bharat. So Vibhishan gave him an aeroplane. You can see it's called the Pushpak Viman. It's a carrier which can actually expand itself. It can actually, aeroplanes that we have these days, they can't expand, right? They only have certain number of seats. But the Pushpak Viman could actually expand itself. It can expand to meet, so and such number of people. So, unfortunately, Ram could not stay behind, but Ram invited the Vanaras, they invited the, even Vibhishan to go back to Ayodhya with him to meet Bharat. So basically, what happened then was that, um, yeah. So what happened was they all left Lanka, and they flew over Lanka to over the sea to, the south of India, the area where there is south of India. I have a map here. Let me show you. Yeah. So you see Lanka in this picture in the bottom. They flew over the sea, and they showed actually, they were showing Mother Sita the Setu, Nala Setu, the bridge that they had built. It was 800-mile long bridge and 80 miles wide. So it was a huge bridge they had built. So they showed Mother Sita that this was the bridge that we had built to come and rescue you. And she turned around and she folded her hands and she offered respects and gratitude. Thank you, she said to all the vanaras, to all the monkeys. And just like some scholars actually say that just like the Taj Mahal is there, and it's considered a monument of love. Similarly, this Nala Setu is also considered a greater monument of love than the Taj Mahal. So they came on the other side of the ocean, and actually, Lord Ram, he had worshipped Lord Shiva before starting the war. So all Kshatriyas because Lord Shiva is the god of ignorance and destruction. Therefore, Kshatriyas, before they go on war, they worship Lord Shiva and they pray for his blessings so that they are successful in war. So on his way back, so before and after the war, they offer respects to Lord Shiva. So now, Lord Ram, he wanted to offer respects to Lord Shiva. So he was searching for the Shivalinga actually, and they weren't able to find it. And so Sita, she made a Shivalinga out of sand. And actually, Hanuman he actually flew all the way to Kailash to find the Shivalinga. And actually, he met Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva gave him a new Shivalinga to put in that area. But what happened was Mother Sita had already made a Shivalinga out of sand on the beach, in the to worship. And by the time Hanuman got back from Kailash, all the way up north in the Himalayas, he came back to south of India with the new Shivalinga. He saw that Lord Ram had actually finished his worship of the Shivalinga in south of India. So he became very sad. He became very sad that Lord Ram wasn't able to accept the worship of his Shivlinga. So so Lord Ram could sense that Hanuman is actually feeling very sad. So he kept both the Shivalingas next to each other, and he worshipped. And actually, he told Hanuman, when he could sense that Hanuman is not feeling very happy, he told Hanuman that you can break Mother Sita's Shivlinga, no problem. And he tried to break it actually. He thought, oh, this will be easy. It's made of sand. But when he tried to do that, he put his tail around that Shivlinga and it did not break. He couldn't break the sand Shivlinga that was made by Mother Sita. So even today, even to this day, when devotees go to this area in south of India to worship to the two Shivlingas, they actually worship Hanuman's Shivlinga first, and then they worship Mother Sita's Shivlinga. Just because, Hanuman was very sad, and Lord Ram wanted Hanuman's Shivling to be worshipped first. So, actually, this is also a kind of a lesson that one shouldn't, put down others' efforts just to enhance our own efforts. So even Mother Sita had put Shivlinga and Hanuman was ready, but yet Hanuman is a great devotee of Lord Ram. Okay, all right. So moving on, they flew their plane, the Pushpak Viman, uh, backwards through all the areas. So they showed all the different places to Mother Sita. And as they were flying over Kishkinda, Mother Sita expressed that let's, you know, descend the plane here because the monkeys. Oh, I forgot to mention that all the monkeys who had died, Lord Ram had requested Indra in Lanka to revive all of those monkeys. So they were all revived from being dead and they were taken back on the airplane. And in Kishkinda, Mother Sita, she expressed a desire that all the wives of the monkeys should also come with them to Ayodhya. So when the plane landed in Kishkinda, there was a big commotion. All the monkeys were meeting their relatives. Everybody was meeting each other, but everybody was so happy. It was such a wonderful, happy moment. But the only person who was restless was Lord Ram because he wanted to get back to meet his brother near Ayodhya um, very quickly. So he so so all the wives, all the Vanara women came on the airplane. The airplane expanded some more to create more seats, and all the Vanara wives climbed onto the airplane. and then they flew over Panchavati. They saw the place where Ravana kidnapped Sita. They flew over the Dandaka forest. They remembered all the different places, all the demons they had killed, all the different rishis and munis they had met in all the different places. And they finally came to the banks of Ganga, and they came to the ashram, the cottage of Bharadwaj Muni. And Bharadwaj Muni was there, and and they took, and that's where they had met Bharat before they went to Chitrakoot. So we're talking about here, somewhere between Nandigram. Yeah, that's where Bharat was worshipping near Ayodhya, outside of the kingdom of Ayodhya. That's where Bharat was staying, and he was worshipping Lord Ram and waiting for his return after the this thing. And while they were meeting Bharadwaj Muni, Lord Ram told Hanuman that, Hanuman, why don't you go to Nandigram and meet with Bharat and give him the news of what has happened? That I have returned, we have killed Ravana, and we are returning back from the exile. And carefully observe the expression that is on the face of um, Bharat. So carefully observe the expression, and make sure, because a lot can change in 14 years. And if there's any change of heart, and if even to the slightest, if he wants to keep the kingdom, please let me know. So Hanuman, he went, he was searching, and even Shatrughna was there and there was a fire burning in front of Bharat, and Shatrughna was there. He was very worried. He was waiting for they were all waiting for the arrival of Lord Ram, and Shatrughna was very worried that Bharat was going to jump in the fire if Lord Ram doesn't arrive on time. So finally, and he was praying. Shatrughna could not do anything except pray that they get some message that Lord Ram is arriving. So finally, Shatrughna so finally Hanuman ji, he comes, and he and as Hanuman ji always does, before he passes a message on to someone, he tends to always sing Ram Katha. So before he met Mother Sita for the first time, he started singing Ram Katha to her. Even before Sampati came, there also he was singing Ram Katha. So similarly here also, before he met Bharat, he started singing Ram Katha over there as well. And that's when Bharat, he immediately understood. And so he sang Ram Katha all the way to the point that Lord Ram has now arrived at Bharadwaj Muni's ashram, and the part where he has killed Ravan and everything, and he has now arrived at Bharadwaj Muni's ashram. So that way, now Bharat had the news of Lord Ram's return. And as soon as Hanuman broke the news of Lord Ram having reached the ashram, which was very close to Nandigram, you see on this map, Bharat, so Lord Ram had told to carefully observe the eyes of Bharat, because the eyes is what tells the exact, it has the deepest. Even though the mouth may speak something, the eyes still has the deepest desires are revealed through the eyes. So when he saw, there were tears in Bharat's eyes. Bharat was so happy to hear that Lord Ram. He jumped, he teared up with joy, and he couldn't hide his happiness. So, and he couldn't have, when Hanuman observed Bharat, he knew that there is no doubt that he's waiting for Lord Ram to come and rule the kingdom. So he told, yeah, so he told so he went back and he told Lord Ram that Bharat is waiting for your return. So when Hanuman returned to Bharadwaj Muni's ashram, everybody was sitting down to eat. They were taking prasadam. They were all sitting down, and as they were sitting down, they were eating on banana leaves. And when Hanuman arrived, they didn't have an extra banana leaf. And what happened then was Lord Ram told Hanuman that no problem, you can eat on the other side. He drew a line on the banana leaf and he said, you can eat on the other side of my banana leaf. So it is said that actually, but before, banana leaves did not have the line in the middle. And it was only after Lord Ram had drawn that line, that banana leaf started having that line in the middle, so that it can be divided into two parts. Has anyone seen a banana leaf before? Yes, you can always fold the banana leaf in half, right? Yes. So that's, it's said that that was after Lord Ram drew a line to share his banana leaf with Hanuman. So now, so Hanuman explained his observations about Bharat to Lord Ram, and he explained that there is not even a single drop of desire for him to rule the kingdom, and that he is dying. He's waiting for the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya, and basically, finally, what happened was everybody came when they heard that Lord Ram is coming to Nandigram. Everybody from Ayodhya started running to Nandigram. So Vashishta Muni, all the brothers, Shatrughna, everybody came, all the villagers, all the cows, everybody was so happy. They all started flooding to Nandigram, and all the crowds came. And Bharat was waiting. He was holding the footwear, the paduka of Lord Ram in Nandigram, and and over there he was waiting for Lord Ram to come, and by that he felt and basically he always worshipped the footwear of Lord Ram, because he, by holding the footwear of Lord Ram, he always felt loyal to Lord Ram. So he always held the footwear and he was waiting for Lord Ram to arrive. So finally, Lord Ram, he arrives. You can see in this photo. He comes in the Pushpak Viman, and he finally arrives, and everybody had decorated all of Nandigram with beautiful lamps, and and finally Lord Ram arrived there, and that's how they had decorated with lamps, torches in their hands, and Lord Ram finally reunited with his brother Bharat and Shatrughna, and with their gurus Vashishta and Vamadev, and they were all very happy. They offered their obeisances when they saw their mothers, Kaikai, their three mothers, Sumitra, Kaikai, and Kaushalya. They offered their obeisances, and they finally uh, he walked up to all the citizens of Ayodhya who were waiting. Their eyes were just waiting. When will Lord Ram come back? And he spent a lot of some time. And then he introduced Sugriva to Bharat and Shatrughna as their fifth brother. and and he also introduced Hanuman. He introduced Vibhishan and Jambavan to all the citizens and his family members and teachers, and and basically he yeah. So Lord Ram, he was not ashamed for coming with so many monkeys. He actually was so happy to introduce, you know, everybody in the this thing in the in his city Ayodhya. We actually have only little bit left. We will continue in the next class. It's already 2 o'clock, and I don't want to delay. So next class we will do a Bhagavad Gita verse, and we will talk a little bit about Diwali, because that is the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya. Okay, because there is a little bit more to the story. So we'll do that, and we'll finally finish Yuddhakand in the next class. Does that sound okay? All right. So this, I think that was the last picture. Yeah. So this is the part where he's coronated. So we're not there yet. So we'll do that in the next class. Okay. So thank you everybody. Nandika and Nandini, remind me which state you're in. Looks like you're in the middle of the snowstorm, right?
In Massachusetts.
Oh my goodness. So it must be
We're getting
really cold.
yes, we're getting almost 2 feet of snow.
Wow. Snowy winters, yes.
It's snowing right
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
A
Well, you've
lot.
been to
A
Ayodhya too.
lot.
I have not been to Ayodhya. So you're so fortunate that you've been to Ayodhya. I think you have so many, I'm not, I
We
think, but
have to.
you have been to? That's amazing. I want to go. So you please keep me in your prayers so that I can also go to Ayodhya. Okay? So all of you have the blessings of Lord Ram because you have been to Ayodhya. All right. So we'll end for today, and we will continue in the next class, the remaining part of Yudh Kand. We're almost done, but I don't want to rush it. Okay? All right. We'll say closing prayers.
I'm going to
Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.
Hare Krishna, thank you, bye.
Bye.